But it really is a time for you to tap into that other person and really understand if that's where you want to go for a long term.
Good evening. This is Rhabi Rites, and I'm here with some powerful women and men to talk about words. This is Women with Words, and we're glad to come to you today with a new segment titled Dating, Courting, Relationships. So we're going to tackle these words straight on and talk about the differences that women and men feel when it comes to dating, courting, and relationships. And I'm going to start with Gretta. And we're going to talk about, what does the word dating say to you?
It's really a time of exploration. It's a time to get your story right. I know we had some conversations about what your resume looks like, but it really is a time for you to tap into that other person and really understand if that's where you want to go for a long term. Mm-hmm. So that's really a crucial moment, and that's why the difference between dating and courting and relationships is really, really distinct, and it has to happen.
I think that dating certainly is different for men and women, at least the definition. Personally, I feel like dating is more a trial interview basis to see who you are, who each of us are, to see what we can deal with, what we can't deal with, what temperaments are, what attitudes are. Do you pay your bills? Do you not pay your bills? Mm-hmm. I think all this stuff is something that you need to know before you go forward. Right?
Yeah. Like Kibi said, do you pay your bills? But I ask more direct questions. What's your credit score? Who do you live with? Do you have benefits on your job? Do you have a job? Do you have a car? So I'm collecting data.
So for me, dating is more so preparation. So a lot of times people date more than one person, and a lot of times they're dating to prepare for their actual husband or wife. So for me, I felt like those that came before my fiance now were just preparing me for my fiance now. So it's more so preparation.
What has changed with your perception of what you looked for at 20 as opposed to what you're looking for now at 40 and at 50 and at 60? What has changed?
Well, I guess for me, 20, I was looking for a good time. I was wanting to have fun. I mean, it is what it is. It was a good time, you know. Who gonna take me out the most? Who am I gonna get a free meal from? I mean, that was it in my 20s. Okay, being in my 50s now, you know, the standards are high. I can take myself out. I can do for myself. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for that companionship, somebody that you can, like I said, you can get to know, you can grow old with, but they're coming with something. Like Michele said, you know, you do have a certain, you know, I guess criteria that you're looking for, but that's not always who you want to get. And so I know for me, he got to know how to survive. He got to know that if he don't have a job and I don't have a job, he gonna make it work. So for me, that's important. That's a deal breaker for me. So he doesn't have to have a job, but he needs to know how to make money to bring it in. So I'm not sitting up there stressing.
I always remember being at an event at my job, and I had a very pretty woman with me. And I saw some people that I did business with over the phone. And what they said, you did really good. They were talking about the girl, because she was really pretty. Now, most people take that as a compliment, and I did. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, what if she wasn't as pretty? Did I not do a good job? You know nothing about her. You don't know if she just busted windows out the car. Right. You don't know if she works anywhere. You don't know if she's had 8 warrants.
She's just pretty.
But because she was pretty, she met the approval of someone. So what I wanted at a certain age was pretty, this type of body, this type of face. You know, as I got older, we like men are physical, we like what we like. But there's so much more to what I wanted at 21 versus 21 and a half.
21 and a half?
The person that God has for us, like you just said, it's not going to come packaged like we think. But I always tell people, I want a good communicator.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the times I said, because after all the physical stuff has gone away, we're just looking at each other. You know, like I need for you to be able to carry on a conversation, because I've met a lot of nice looking guys that after hello and how you doing and did you have a good day at work, there's no more conversation. Like I might want to talk about politics or religion or, you know, whatever's going on in society or it might be feedback about what I'm dealing with. So I mean, I agree with you on both aspects. He can be good to me, but we don't have no type of communication whatsoever. He can come home, be a good provider. Here's the money, here's this, here's that. I think it's so much more, that you are asking for.
Throughout the course of our dating, we have developed a dialogue to where she knows me, she knows my look, she knows when I dislike something. Cause we went out shopping yesterday, and I was like, yeah. She said no. she told the salesperson, no, he do not like that. And now we on the same page. We had the same dialogue, and I couldn't be much happier.
What is courting? By definition, Donna.
Well, that's after you've gotten through the dating process. You have that one person that you want to spend that time with. So you're courting, you're actually going out. You're still getting to know that person as an individual as that person is getting to know you.
Is courting not the next step, though?
That'll be next
gotten
step.
to know.
That'll be next step at the date.
Okay, so you've gotten to know that person, right?
You've made your choice.
And courting means
Because you have to make that choice.
That's what it was before.
No.
In my mind.
that's your definition.
And see, my definition is after you've chosen that one person, then you spend time with that person. You get to know that person. You get to build that relationship and that foundation.
So it bodes the question of, as you're going through these different stages of dating, courting, and relationship, where does friendship land?
In the beginning.
At the beginning, because I told
But you
her.
dating 4-5 people. I mean, we talking about, now let's be real now. So you dating to figure it out. So all of them stay your friend?
You know, you're gonna be my
Speak
friend.
on it. I'm just throwing it out there.
But
Where does
in the beginning.
friendship happen in dating?
If there's a course that you're trying to go down, friendship should happen first.
Right.
If there's a course you're trying to go down with that person.
I really want to see who you are in the bad, in the negative, in the broke, I want to know when we argue.
Speak right there.
When we argue,
Speak.
do you get mad and shut down? Do you go get the brick and put it through the window? I need to know all this stuff,
Right.
and I want to know because I'm not gonna put my hands on any woman. So that's not something you have to fear with me. Now I will do what the devil won't do. I'll leave you alone. That's what I will do.
And I used to say this a lot in dating, and I think it's because I deal with people and healing and things of that nature all the time. Is you see me now this way. If I became an amputee, would you still love me? If I was unable to do certain things, would you still love me? And that was my introduction to relationships. I mean, that was we ride or die then. Because good is good on the surface, but when it's a permanent, I'm not going to be able to anymore, or I have to severely adjust my life and yours, are you gonna run, hide, leave me alone because I don't meet all those check marks? If I gain 50 pounds, you gonna ride with me, or we gonna go walking?
And that all shows my heart versus all this.
I'm gonna throw that out there. Let's be real about it.
And that's important to make that statement. And when you talk about a lot of how long can, whether it be a male or a female, how long can they keep up the charade? Right? And there are some people that can keep that up for 6 months, and some people that can keep it up for a year. And then that's why people, you hear those stories, and people trying I can't believe he left me after 2 years, and because he was able to keep up that charade for 2 years, and then I guess finally he was like, I can't do it. So I understand everything that you're saying, but sometimes people don't reveal themselves in those first few months.
Absolutely.
They're the chameleons, and they can keep that charade up for so long, and the people, it really takes you for a loop.
I want to sum up this session with Thomasina because we are thrilled
Yes.
that she is getting married. So she's been through the dating and the courting and the relationship, and now we're headed to the altar.
Yes.
So how do you feel?
It's different. We definitely got tested a whole lot because now you're looking at being with that person forever, and it gets real. So your eyes are open to like things that you didn't know about yourself. And I'm not even talking about him. Things that you didn't even, like I didn't even know about myself that I learned in just even us being engaged. I feel like that's a whole nother part of the relationship a lot of people don't talk about. So you still have the courting, the dating, friendships, but you still engagement. That in itself, if you can survive an engagement 9 times out of 10, you will survive a marriage, because that's when a lot of stuff is thrown at you. People are thrown at you. You found out who is for your relationship, who's really not. You find out truly what happens behind closed doors. So it's a whole new life, and it's a beautiful moment, but it gets real. After you say, sure, I will spend the rest of my life with you.
Wow.
Then you realize, like, sure, I will spend the rest of my life with you doing this, that, and third, fixing yourself, not him, but fixing yourself. So it's kind of like, yes, I love him, but loving him allowed me to love myself more by getting to know myself more so he can love me more. And I became a better person even just being engaged. So it's kind of those things like people are like, oh, it's a beautiful time, and it is a gorgeous time, but it is some of the roughest moments come in this engagement moment, because it's the realness. It's just you and that person getting to know each other even more in the marriage standpoint, not just dating, not just courting, but literally coming together as one. And a lot of times when you put stuff together, sometimes it kind of don't go together all the way. You have to move some stuff out the way, and then it eventually comes together as one. So we had to do that, but it worked out.
So we're going to end right there. This is another session with Women with Words. I am Rhabi Rites. We hope you have enjoyed your time with us as we have with you. I thank God for all of these powerful people around me, and I thank God for you. So until next time, Rhabi Rites signing off.